By the time the officer finally stepped back from the car, the woman on the operating table had already started dying. Her name was Elaine Porter, 41 years old, a mother of two. She had less than 90 minutes before her aorta would tear completely. The only person in the city who could save her life was sitting in handcuffs on the side of Highway 76. And every 60 seconds he sat there, her odds of survival dropped. Not because he'd broken the law, but because Officer Daniel Klein didn't believe a black man could be a heart surgeon. What the officer didn't know was who that surgeon really was, and what this stop would cost him. It was a quiet Saturday morning in late September when Dr. Elijah Monroe's pager went off. He had just finished his third cup of coffee. The message was short. Thoracic aortic dissection. Female. 41. Type A, ETA unknown. Get here now. Elijah didn't panic. He never did. 17 years as a cardiothoracic surgeon had trained that out of him. For years as chief of surgery at Mercy General had refined it even further. He'd operated on governors, athletes, and CEOs. But he was best known for taking cases other surgeons refused to touch. The impossible ones. He grabbed his keys, kissed his daughter on the forehead, and told his wife he'd be home by dinner. He wouldn't be. Elaine Porter had been gardening when the pain hit. It wasn't sharp at first. It was tearing. Deep. Like something inside her chest was being pulled apart. She collapsed to her knees. Her husband called 911. By the time paramedics arrived, her blood pressure was crashing. They knew immediately what it was. An aortic dissection. Without surgery, she had hours. Maybe less. They called ahead to the hospital. One name came back. Dr. Elijah Monroe. He was 23 minutes away. Elijah merged onto Highway 76, his hands steady on the wheel. In his mind, he was already in the operating room. The incision. The clamps. The graft. He wasn't speeding. He never did. But his Mercedes was black, sleek, and expensive. And that was enough. The police lights flashed on behind him at 9:47 a.m. That was the moment everything went wrong. Elijah pulled over calmly, rolled down his window, placed both hands on the wheel. Officer Daniel Klein stepped out of his patrol car. Tall, mid-30s, hand resting just close enough to his holster to send a message. License and registration. Elijah kept his voice respectful. Officer, I'm a surgeon. I'm on my way to the hospital for an emergency. A woman is dying right now. Klein didn't react. License and registration. Elijah handed over his driver's license, his hospital ID, and his medical credentials. Klein studied them, then studied Elijah. This your car? Yes. You sure about that? Elijah swallowed. Please, call the hospital. They'll confirm everything. Klein turned and walked back to his patrol car. Minutes passed. Elijah checked the time. 9:52. He texted the hospital. Stopped by police. On my way. The reply came instantly. She's coding. BP dropping. Where are you? His chest tightened. Detained. Highway 76. We're running out of time. Elijah opened his car door. A woman is dying, he said. I'm the only surgeon available. Get back in the vehicle. Klein shouted. Elijah froze. I don't care what you claim to be, Klein said. That word stuck. Claim. Elijah sat back down. His hands were shaking now. Not from fear. From helplessness. From watching time slip away. At 10:01, Klein returned. Step out of the vehicle. What? Now. Elijah complied. Hands behind your back. You're arresting me? I'm detaining you. For what? Suspicious behavior. The handcuffs clicked shut. Cold metal against his wrists. Elijah didn't know it yet, but that was the last moment he was free. A silver SUV slowed down and pulled over ahead. A woman stepped out with her phone raised. Her name was Carol Finch, a retired paralegal. She started recording. Klein noticed immediately. Ma'am, move along. I'm on a public road. Klein leaned toward Elijah. You got anything illegal in the car? No. You mind if I search it? I do. Klein smirked. You really want to make this harder on yourself, doctor? The way he said it made the words sound like a joke. Elijah stayed silent. Silence felt safer. At 10:09, Klein called for backup. At 10:11, another patrol car arrived. Officer Lisa Tran stepped out. She looked at Elijah, then at Klein. Why is he in cuffs? He's uncooperative. She noticed the hospital badge still clipped to his belt. She keyed her radio. Dispatch, confirm Elijah Monroe, Mercy General. Static. Then the response came through. Confirmed. Chief of cardiothoracic surgery. Multiple calls requesting his immediate location. Critical patient in or. Officer Tran's face drained of color. Let him go. Not yet, Klein said. Elijah's knees nearly gave out. At 10:18, his phone rang inside the car. No one answered it. Then it stopped. A black unmarked sedan pulled up. Officer Klein stiffened. A man stepped out. Sergeant Raymond Hayes. 26 years on the force. He took in the scene in seconds. The cuffs. The badge. The time. His face went pale. Because he recognized Elijah. What the hell is this? Hayes asked quietly. Routine stop. Uncuff him. Now. I don't think. I'm not asking. The cuffs came off. Elijah rubbed his wrists. I've been detained for 34 minutes, he said flatly. A woman is dying because of it. Hayes turned to Klein. This man saved my wife's life 2 years ago. Same emergency. Klein looked stunned. Hayes radioed dispatch. Immediate police escort. Emergency priority. Elijah grabbed his phone. 7 missed calls. The last message read, We've lost her twice. Please hurry. Get me there, Elijah said. I will, Hayes replied. Carol Finch stopped recording. 1 minute and 47 seconds. She uploaded the video with a simple caption. Doctor detained while patient fights for life. By nightfall, the entire country would know his name. Elijah arrived at Mercy General at 10:34 a.m., 47 minutes after being pulled over. He scrubbed in the hallway and entered the operating room. Elaine Porter lay gray and fading. She's been coding for 20 minutes, Dr. Nina Kapoor whispered. Elijah didn't speak. Scalpel. The surgery lasted 4 hours and 18 minutes. It should have taken 3. Her aorta was worse than the scans showed. At one point, the monitor flatlined. Elijah placed his hands directly on her heart. Compressed. Charge. Shock. Nothing. Again. On the third shock, her heart stuttered. Then beat. At 2:52 p.m., Elijah placed the final suture. She's stable. 30 more seconds, and she would have been gone. The video went viral. Millions of views. Body camera footage released. Patterns uncovered. 17 prior complaints against Officer Klein. Most dismissed. He was fired. Charged. Permanently barred from law enforcement. Reforms followed. Elijah didn't attend the hearing. He was in surgery. That night, his daughter asked, Why didn't he believe you? He told her the truth. Because some people don't look past what they see. That's not fair. No. Will it change? He met her eyes. If we keep fighting, yes. Elaine Porter recovered. She visited weeks later. Alive. Crying. You saved me. Elijah smiled softly. That's the job. Her thank you card sits on his desk, next to a photo of his daughter. Bias doesn't pause for emergencies. Prejudice doesn't care about credentials. But accountability is possible. Because someone recorded. Because someone spoke up. Because a man who could have stayed silent didn't. If this story moved you, hit like so more people see it. Leave a comment and tell me what you think should happen when power is abused. And subscribe, because too many real stories like this never get told. Sometimes, the people we underestimate are the ones holding our lives together.